Hello, welcome to episode 2 of this Making a 5-Minute Tourbillon series. Today we're going to be making the barrel bridge. So first things first is to drill all the holes. Once again, it's just a case of getting all the coordinates right and taking my time. So a lot of the work on this barrel bridge is just milling out shapes. So I take this over to the faceplate now and I center on one of the feet. At this moment in time, I'm milling the feet integral to the barrel bridge, but later on you'll see what I do about that. So right now, I just have the dividing attachment engaged with the spindle. I'm moving the cutter about 0.05 of a millimeter into the material each time while constantly rotating the spindle until I get to the final depth. Now that I'm to the depth I want with the milling attachment, I move over to some turning cutters to clean things up. So as always, I want to be as transparent as possible with you guys. And at this moment in time, I'm really thinking, is this the best way I can make this component? Making 4 integral feet to the barrel bridge, all with critical diameters that fit snugly into the main plate. That's extremely difficult. At this moment, not even really being able to get my calipers in, I knew this wasn't the way to be making this component. One of the best parts of hand making a watch means that you can change these on the fly quite easily, and that's exactly what I'm about to do. Here, if you look really carefully, you can see a young human male with steam coming out of his ears, thinking really, really hard. My God, he's made a decision. All jokes aside, I've decided to turn away the existing leg that I've created and to make all the feet individually. That way I can get a nice fit in the bow bridge and the main plate. The whole time while making this watch, I'm constantly thinking about what is the best way to make a component, because I'm going to be making 10 of these watches, so efficiency is key. Anytime when you're making something and there's a possibility for failure, you really have to evaluate it and think, can I do this any better? Okay, now that pesky foot's gone, let's turn the location recesses for the new feet to fit into. Now I am cutting away the recesses for the crown wheel and the ratchet wheels. Even though these are only a couple of tenths deep, they give the necessary clearance for the components that act under the bridge. So I've now flipped the material over and I'm going to start milling the profile of the bridge. As you can see, there's quite a few holes drilled here for a barrel bridge. Not all of those are critical to the workings of the bridge. Some of them are to centre up on and to mill specific radiuses to give me the profile that I require. I'm now cutting the bridge out of the material and I'm going to glue it to another piece of brass, because if I don't do this, the barrel bridge will fall out of the material here and it will fall into the end mill and potentially get damaged. So from now on, it's a case of centering up on the necessary holes and being very careful in milling their profiles. One wrong move and you can mill into the bridge and completely ruin it. The final step is to machine the screw head recesses. Now to just quickly tidy up the top surface, and we're done. Here you can more easily see the shape of the bridge. Now it's time to soak it off in some acetone. It looks pretty good right now, but after final finishing at the end of the project, it's going to be unrecognizable. Now to have some fun on the Tourbillon. Time to make those barrel bridge feet. My order of operations here are turn the outside diameter, drill, turn the location foot for the barrel bridge, part off, flip it around, and turn the location foot for the main plate. Watchmaking is obviously an extremely accurate craft. It's all well and good working to specific dimensions, but when you're pairing two components together, you'd be silly not to try the barrel bridge onto the foot while it's in the lathe and you're still machining. Now all the feet are made, it's time to press some jewels into the bridge. So I'm going to be using a Horeo tool for this. On the top row you can see the pushers, and on the bottom row you can see the anvils. It's very important you pick the right size pusher and anvil for this task, otherwise things can go very wrong very fast. So the pushers go into the top of the tool and the anvils in the bottom. So when I'm about to put a jewel into a component, I like to put a little bit of HP 1300 oil into that hole. It just seems to help things along and make things go a lot more smooth. So now I want to lightly put the jewel onto the hole and get ready to press it in. I like to put a little bit of paper onto the anvil to protect the underside of the component. You want things to locate nice and easily. You don't want things to be off angle, otherwise when you press the jewel through, you'll create an angled hole and you'll completely ruin the component. So I'm bringing the pusher very lightly into contact with the jewel and checking that everything is flat, making sure the bridge is level with the jewel and nothing is off angle. When it's good to go, I can then press the jewel in. A nice little trick that I've been taught is to press the jewel all the way through the bridge and out the other side, and then bring it back round to press it in again. The material on the walls of the hole will embed into the jewel and allow for the jewel to grip the hole nicer. Right now I'm not pressing it the whole way through because this is just a test fit at the moment. This step isn't 100% necessary, but when you've got some tight holes or using something like gold or beryllium, it really does help. Let's see how those feet fit, shall we? I think I can get the tolerances of these posts a bit better, but this is a great starting point. It allows me to see all my hard work up to this point in place. So there we have it, the barrel bridge is complete. In the next episode I'm going to be making the barrel bridge screws and all the processes involved in screw making. Thank you for 500 subscribers, it really does mean a lot. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for the next episode, which will be coming in a couple of weeks. See you guys.